How's it going, everyone? It's Juan Romero here from Switchwatch. Hope you're all getting ready for your Christmas holidays and looking forward to it. I've got another indie game review today. It's called Bleed, provided to us by the publisher Digerati, who also published Slain, which I did in the last review. So let's not wait any longer and let's check out whether this game is worth your hard-earned cash. Wryn, our protagonist, can only be described as a badass pink-haired lady wielding all sorts of mass-destructive weaponry. She wants to be a hero, and here she gets her chance. 6 heroes of the past have become monstrosities of their previous selves, and it's up to you to take them down over 7 action-orientated levels that never cease. In terms of the audio, it's very pleasant with cool retro music accompanying your hero through the 7 levels. If you're not firing bullets or missiles constantly, then you're not playing Bleed to the maximum. Guns have a satisfying machine gun type sound, and missiles sound like they're being fired out of the nearest missile launch pad. Going into your jump dash move sounds dashing, and blasting enemies to pieces sounds greatly satisfying. In terms of visuals and performance, there is nothing incredibly flashy about the look of this game. It's not the prettiest game you'll ever see this year or next for that matter, and the flashiest thing you're probably going to see here is the pink hair on our protagonist. And to be fair, the bosses and enemies do look cool, and what's impressive is each of the 7 levels has its own theme and enemies to match. What stands out though is how fluid this game runs and how fast it is. You don't need to worry, this runs at a consistent 60 frames per second and is as smooth as silk. There is no stutter here and no missed frame rates. This is the perfect port in terms of performance. Both docked mode and handheld are a pleasure to play, and I loved taking this game on the move to have that one quick game of Bleed. This game is not unique, but it sure does feel great because of its excellent controls. Now here we have a 2D platformer, but with twin stick controls. It's fast, engrossing and challenging, and if you're not constantly firing bullets at enemies, you may as well be dead, because one way or another the enemies will make you bleed. This game is intoxicating from the moment you begin to the moment you become the ultimate hero you are striving to be. The game doesn't last long, but oh what a journey it is. Wryn's abilities and how you perform them will determine how well you do. Wryn can jump, but not just jump, she can triple jump. Double jumping will no longer do here. Jump up, and whilst in midair you can tap the jump button and direction on the analog stick to direct Wryn midair to where you want to go. Being able to do this a 3rd time makes for some absolutely essential air battling time. Master the triple jump while firing bullets accurately at your foes, and soon enough you will become deadly, slicing through levels like a death-dealing precision machine. You have the ability to slow down time for a short while. The yellow bar will dictate how long you can slow down time for, and when the bar runs out, time gets fast again. It's the combinations which you can pull off which makes this game so memorable and so fun. On a racing train high up on a carriage, but here there is a tunnel which is about to tear your head off. No problem, slow down time, triple jump forwards while dodging a whole host of bullets and enemies to make the next carriage lower down just in time to make the tunnel, leaving all enemies behind splattered in your wake against that wall. Awesome. Need to dodge a boss who can rush you at the speed of light? That's no problem. Jump up as the enemy flies at you, slow down time, jump up again, and then use your 3rd jump to go left while dodging all sorts of naughty attacks while firing your guns at the boss. Again, it's not a problem because the mechanics here and the controls are just so tight. You can fire your guns constantly, but you also want to try and be accurate, as the game does punish you if you're just firing bullets randomly on screen. More accuracy, the more level up the bar will go on the top right of the screen. As the bar rises, the letter changes from D upwards, and further up you get, the better the score you will attain on the level. So it's a shame that there's no online leaderboard here, as it could have been very competitive, this game, to play against friends or for speedrunners. Now the controls for such a quick game require precision, and here they are perfect because the game's mechanics are incredibly tight. There's no input lag at all, and everything you perform is exactly how you want it. You die here, it'll be no one's fault but your own. there's no one else to blame. The jumps do take some getting used to, but that's because you can direct them with the analog stick while in midair. Once you do, you can pull off some incredible stuff. You can have 2 weapons equipped at a time, and you're able to purchase more throughout the game. It's unfortunate that you can only have 2 weapons equipped at a time, but it does make sense here. The game is so fast and intense that flipping between 2 weapons just feels like the right balance. You will find what works for you, and personally I enjoyed using the pistols and the missiles in my loadout. There are lots of toys to unlock, and you will not see them all in just one playthrough. Unlocking differing characters also adds a little variety as they play slightly differently from each other, and if you think you're skilled enough and know it all just from completing the game in hard, then you need to try ultra hard to see that the game will still throw up some surprises. Killing enemies here is so satisfying and fun, and there is a wealth of bosses to take on. You can take on a helicopter to robotic arachnids and all sorts of other variations I won't spoil for you here. The game does have 7 levels, and it won't take you longer than an hour to complete them in normal mode, and even less in easy. It'll take you around 2 hours tops in hard. The thing is, this is a game you will want to replay over and over again. And for the extra challenge, how about going the entire game without a single death? And thrown in for good measure, you're also able to customize your own challenges where you can choose 3 bosses to take on at the same time in an arena. Not easy, but fun having to avoid 3 different boss attack patterns all at once, and this will test your skill and patience to the limit. Within the levels there are really cool set pieces which are really fun to overcome and add a little bit of the unknown to the game rather than just being the same side scrolling levels with different enemies all the way through. There is a co-op mode which you can play with a buddy, which is great. But if their skill level is not the same as yours, it can become a little frustrating. The co-op is handled where 2 characters play on the same screen, and due to how fast the game is, it proved a little troublesome and hard to play in tandem, but maybe that's due to who I played with. In any case, it's great that it's here. Now in terms of value, people have differing concepts of value, and at the end of the day it's about what you are prepared to pay for something. This game can be completed within an hour, that's true, and even quicker on easy. Now for some, the game may be considered too short. The thing is, this product is of such quality you'll not be able to help coming back for one more blast, but it is for me on the rather expensive side. The game is priced at £13.49 or $14.99, and we all know there is a premium to pay for these games on Switch right now. I don't think anyone is under any illusions with that. Now if you value portability above all else, then there isn't much of a choice. If not, you can buy the game for around $4.99 or £4 on Steam, which is obviously a lot cheaper. So on to our verdict. I had a blast with Bleed, and out of all the indies I have played on Switch recently, it's one that I enjoyed immensely. It's fast and the action never stops. Tight controls, great set pieces, varied enemies and bosses are brilliant, but it's the uniqueness of that control scheme and how it feels to play that's the real standout here, especially in a 2D platformer. Throw in the ultra smooth performance, and this is one everyone should consider at some point. It's just a shame it wasn't priced a little more competitively. For me then, a 7.5 out of 10, a really enjoyable experience. If you're a new watcher here, then please consider subscribing. Would love to see you again on our next video, and for all of you who continue to support us, a huge thank you for your time. We really do appreciate it. If you want to leave me a comment down below, I'll do my very best to respond as soon as I can. Would love to know your thoughts on Bleed or any other Nintendo Switch game. I mean, there's plenty of games out there to talk about right now, and we're trying to cover as many as we can. However, we don't have the time to always produce videos, so if you want some more content, check out www.switchwatch.co.uk for more written reviews, and we'll also post this in written format if you want to see that or read that as well. My name's Juan Romero from Switchwatch, and you'll see me again soon. I'll see you on the next one.